a night like this, on a night like this,
Be proud to be a carpenter.
we're all a carpenter because we're proud to be a carpenter.
Yes. That's right.
Yeah.
Let me just say a few words. Give me 4 minutes before Billy Carpenter comes in. I was born many years ago in the great city of Brockton, about the same time as my buddy Joey Angelo. And Joey Angelo and I remember a city where the playgrounds were safe, where you would spend, if you were under the age of 15 or 16, you spent all day long playing ball until your mother came down and gave you hell because you weren't at home. We remember a city where, granted, we were sons and grandsons of immigrants, but it was a proud city. It was a clean city. It was a city where every kid under the age of 12 could get a summer job. It was a city where you could get a great education. And it truly was the city of champions. Of late, it's become one of the most violent cities in the United States of America. There are empty bathtubs and refrigerators on everybody's front lawn. It's not a city in which you can hold great pride. Kids can't get summer jobs. The school system is still a great school system for which we can take great pride. But it's not the city that it used to be. Back in January, a young man who was proud to be a son of Brockton decided to run for mayor. Everybody laughed at this fellow. In June, when I was standing in front of West Junior High on June 25th, the special election day for the U.S. Senate, I was standing out in front of West Junior High when an elderly African-American woman came toward me walking down the sidewalk, and I looked at her and I pointed to the sign on June 25th, and I said, "Ma'am, don't forget to vote for my friend Bill Carpenter." And when she opened her mouth, I learned that she was Haitian, and she said, "Don't worry about that. Many years ago when we needed help, he helped us, and we won't forget him. He's a good man." He's a good man. And she turned her head and she kept on walking. But that little encounter was replicated and has been replicated many times over in the last several months about the goodness of our candidate. Tonight, this man, and everybody knows how poor he is, because nobody in the history of the United States has ever had more written about how poor he is than Bill Carpenter. Nobody. And that's one of the reasons why we loved him, because of his humility, because of his decency, and because of his kindness. Tonight, that poor kid by the name of Billy Carpenter got 35% of the vote against an incumbent who has been in City Hall for 20 years, and 56%. Keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. This was an historically low turnout, which did not benefit him. My wife, Patty, looked at me when she realized how low the turnout was going to be, and she said, "This will not help Billy." And I said, "You're right." But in spite of that, almost 57% of the people that voted tonight made an affirmative decision not to vote for the incumbent. Yes. Let me just say two more things, and then Billy's going to come in. I'm trying to chew up some time here for you.
Doing a good job, honey.
No, they are right. But I asked Tony for you to give me 2 more minutes. Right after Jack Kennedy was elected president and was sworn in, we all know about, those of us old enough, like the Joey Angelos of the world myself. We know about the failed Bay of Pigs invasion in Cuba. And we remember how, and that was an invasion that Ike Eisenhower plan, not Jack Kennedy. But it was an embarrassment to the United States. Jack Kennedy went on national TV and he said, after that failure, he spoke to all the Americans. He said, victory has 1,000 fathers. Defeat is an orphan. Well, we haven't lost yet. Tonight, I look at tonight as a victory. Jack Kennedy said, victory has 1,000 fathers. Tonight was not a defeat. Not at all. Hillary Clinton once said, it takes a village to build, it takes a village to raise a child. Bill Carpenter always maintained that it takes a city to raise a family. Ladies and gentlemen, it takes a carpenter to build a city.
Hey, my name is Bill Carpenter, and I'm running for mayor.
Yeah!
And we're in it to win it. We're in it to win it.
Yes!
Yeah, we had a great day today. We had an incredible day. A two-term incumbent mayor could not get 50% of the vote today. The voters have spoken. And over the next 7 weeks, we're going to offer that change. And we'll talk about our plans for crime. We'll talk about our plans to stop raising taxes. We'll talk about our plans to stop sending $6 million to a desal plant for water that we don't need and don't use. We're going to take back the neighborhoods in the city, make the streets safe again. You have a plan, we have a vision, and we're going to win in November. I appreciate so much everyone being here. I'm a little tired. I'm a little sick. But right now I feel like $1 million.
Yes.
We couldn't have done any better than what we did today. I just want to take a minute from the bottom of my heart to thank everyone here that's worked so hard for me. I had a little trouble sleeping last night, even though I got home late and I was exhausted. But, a little nervous energy. I had a little trouble sleeping last night. And I spent my time, honestly, I wasn't thinking about what the results were going to be today because I just figured we couldn't have worked any harder. We couldn't have done any better. And whatever the results were going to be today, they were going to be. I was at peace with our effort because we had a great effort. But what I really thought about a lot last night was how many people have worked for me over the last 6 months. Nobody's getting paid. Everybody's working their asses off. And I really, you'll never know how much I appreciate how much all of you have done for me. We've got 7 weeks to go. Help me get to the wire. I promise I won't let you down. I won't let you down. And when we get to City Hall, no one's going to let that happen. Let's enjoy the great day we had tonight. We'll be back to work tomorrow. 7 weeks to November. We're going to win. Hey guys, I just want to say one other thing. When I travel around the city, people ask me why I'm running for mayor. This is why I'm running for mayor right here. I'm rooting for our children and our grandchildren. I want my grandkids to grow up in a better city than my children grew up in. And we're going to make that happen. This is all about family. It's about our kids and our grandchildren. And I want them to be safe when they walk to school in the morning. Thank you.
I'm out of here.
Good night, Mike. Thank you.
See you in November.
Oh, we'll call you before that.